What is going on, y'all? It's been a minute. Geo fucks. And in this video, I just want to talk about the whole situation about masculine versus feminine, feminine versus masculine. My thing is this: you already know, I'm an intersex trans man. I was born intersex. I identify as an intersex trans man. With that being said, to me, gender is fluid, just like sexuality is fluid. I really am over a lot of these conversations around why isn't there enough masculine men? Where are all the masculine men? Because what doesn't make sense to me is we're gay, we're queer, we're LGBTQ+. So I don't understand why we, of all communities, are so hung up on masculinity and femininity and gender roles that have nothing to do with us, quite frankly, because most of the gender roles that we have been shown and that we're constantly talking about is aimed towards cisgendered heterosexuals. And with us being in the LGBTQ+ community, none of us are heterosexual. Well, I'm not gonna say none of us. There are trans people who are heterosexual, right? There are ace people who are heterosexual. So let me correct myself. There are heterosexual people, but overwhelmingly, people are not heterosexual in this community, obviously. Okay? And within the trans community, under the transgender term umbrella, if you will, gender is fluid. So I don't really get this whole fascination on constantly talking about where's the masculine queer men, where's the masculine gay men. I see plenty of queer masculine men. I see plenty of masculine gay men, plenty of masculine bisexual men. I see plenty of feminine queer men, plenty of feminine gay men, plenty of feminine bisexual men. I don't have a problem with it. I see non-binary. I see gender fluid, gender queer. I don't have a problem with it. I don't see the big issue, quite frankly. Now, I do see a lot of masculine men in the LGBTQ+ community, queer community, gay community, what have you, alphabet, gang warrior, rainbow connection community, what have you. I do see a lot of masculine men talking about how they feel that they are not represented. And when they do see a gay man or a queer man, especially if it's a black queer man, a black gay man, a man of color who's queer, LGBTQ+, they feel that they only push feminine black men, feminine queer men, feminine men of color. And I personally, here's my take, right? You all, in my mind, you got to look at, they already don't view you as masculine for the simple fact that you're gay. You're not heterosexual. So with that being said, the general population already doesn't really view you as masculine. So once again, you're trying to, in my opinion, we're focusing on masculinity to appease who? Because again, to the outside community, you're already not viewed as masculine because you're sleeping around with other men. So to me, it just comes off like, again, we're trying to seek the approval of cis-het people or heterosexual people when we really shouldn't care about what heterosexual people have to say or think. Because at the end of the day, you're not heterosexual. So why are you trying to live up to standards that have nothing to do with you? That's just how I look at it, right? Another thing that comes to mind is what I've noticed with masculine queer men, gay men, especially masculine gay black men, masculine queer black men, is a lot of you are in the closet or you're discreet. So you're constantly talking about how you feel you don't have representation, But how are you going to have representation when you're living a lie? You're not out the closet. You're living double and quadruple lives half the damn time. Okay? Or you're discreet, so you don't want anybody to know that you're gay. So it's still pretty much down low as far as I'm concerned. But okay, discreet, down low, in the closet. The point is, you can't have representation if you're going to be hiding. So we're going to need the masculine men in the queer community, the black masculine gay men, the black masculine queer men, be out, be public about it. If you want folks to have better representation so they can see other masculine men in the community, then be open and out about it. Stop living behind the door. I'm just being real. One thing about it, when you see a feminine man, he's very much noticeable. He's out, and a lot of times he's proud of himself. He's not sitting up here talking about he's discreet. Okay. He's on the DL. Okay. No, he's just living his life. Which is probably why they get a lot more attention, because they're not sitting up here hiding behind closed doors, living double and quadruple lives. Another thing that gets me with some of the masculine folks is that, do you think being masculine is going to make straight men accept you? And then if that's the case, why are you, as an adult grown man, still looking for acceptance from other men? This is where, to me, this is insecurity based. Like, you should already accept yourself. You shouldn't be looking for kudos and thumbs up from other people at your big ass age. I mean, people be 30, 40, 50 years old, still sitting up here trying to get accolades from their peers. And it's like, are we in high school or are we in our 30s, 40s, and 50s? But I get it. I do feel like representation matters, and people do need to be able to see representation across the board. Okay? People need to be able to see masculine men, feminine men, gender fluid, gender queer men. They need to be able to see it. Me personally, I don't necessarily view myself as masculine, Butch Cassidy, I'm changing oil, I'm lifting logs. That's not me. And at the same time, I don't necessarily see myself as feminine either, because I'm also not wearing pink and purple and makeup and twerking and, I'm not that either. I'm pretty much in the middle, leaning more towards the masculine side, but to me, gender is fluid. And at the end of the day, if you want to twerk and wear pink and purple and have on your makeup and have your nails on, do you, boo? And if you want to change oil and lift logs and barely wipe your ass, do you, boo? If that's what you want to do you. But ultimately, stop worrying about what everybody else has to say. Because when it's all said and done, you're going to die alone. All the people that you're trying to live up to their standards and expectations and you want their acceptance, you're going to be on your deathbed by yourself. Okay? So, and a lot of us need, in my opinion, we need to get off of trying to still get acceptance from all of these other people and learn how to accept ourselves. I'm just keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's my 2 cents on it. And I'll be doing more videos. I've just been busy.